1998 when my class arrived, and he trained with us, so we were classmates. And then he went off and flew on a Soyuz mission in 2006 to the International Space Station, and he spent some time up there doing some experiments. And then he retired from space. He went back to Brazil. He became a minister of science and technology and innovation in Brazil, and now he's an elected senator for the state of Sao Paulo. So this is Senator Marcos Pontes, so the Honorable Marcos Pontes. But he is here today speaking next door at Kennedy Space Center to the Visitor Center people, and he just took a couple minutes to come over and say hello to you. So this is Taylor from Space Tango.
Hello, it's very nice to meet you.
Sorry for
No, please. We're happy to have you.
Michelle Lucas,
Hi,
did you know
hello.
Michelle? She was our trainer, maybe. You met her before.
Yeah.
And then Jody's back there, Melissa is back there, and
Chris.
Chris works for the senator. So,
Marcos, is there anything I mean, I know you've got other places you've got to be, but is there anything in just a minute or two or a couple minutes you'd like to share with these students? They're all excited about space. Some of them know what they want their careers to be, but they all are interested in STEM.
Yeah, of course.
Marcus was also a test pilot
Yeah.
in Brazil. And did you know that I took a trip to the test pilot school?
That's my school, huh?
In 1992 when I was an instructor at the Navy Test Pilot School, we did a field trip down to
Oh, that's good. The
Bay.
same place I used to in San Jose's campus.
Yes, and I was
Good.
there, and so I don't think we ever shared that story before, so sorry, I'm taking away from the time.
Okay, so good morning. Good morning, everyone. First of all, you're going to realize the accent here in my English. You know that in Brazil we speak Portuguese, not English. That's the first language. It's not Spanish, it's Portuguese. Okay, so it's really my pleasure to be here with you. I see each one of you very big potential to be, who knows, perhaps astronauts, scientists, medical doctors. You can help a lot our planet with your knowledge and work. So first of all, I'd like to thank Mike for inviting me to be here. I'm sorry for the interruption. Just a few minutes. Let me tell you the story, how I became an astronaut. Perhaps this will give you some ideas about your life as well. So as Mike said, I'm from Brazil. You see the flag here. And people say, well, this guy is the first one from Brazil. Actually, I came to learn that I'm the first professional astronaut to represent a country from the southern hemisphere of the planet in space. Interesting. So you must be thinking, well, this guy is the first one there. He must be rich. Came from a very rich family, right? No, actually, I came from a very poor family. And that's a good beginning for you to think about this. Money is not the major factor for you to have success in life. What's most important is inside you. That's the most important part. And so at the beginning, I used to go when I was your age, perhaps a little bit younger. I used to go to the airport in Brazil, see the airplanes. That was my dream to become a pilot. But I didn't have money for the flight lessons. So the pilots there, they told me, go to the Air Force. In the Air Force, you can be a pilot, you can fly, you have a career. Excellent. But in order to be accepted at the Air Force Academy in Brazil, you have to pass a very difficult test and have to study a lot. And besides that, I had to work, to help at home. So when I was 14 years old, my first job was an electrician apprentice job at the railroad system there in Brazil. And one of those days I was studying for the test, and some of those guys that worked there for many years, they came to me and said, why are you studying so much? I'm studying to go to the Air Force. Why don't you be a pilot? You will be a pilot. This is impossible for you. This is just for rich people. You're never going to be there. You're going to be frustrated. Interesting, because when you have a dream and you talk about your dreams to other people, normally they're going to say to you, it's difficult, it's impossible, things like this. Don't listen to them. Listen to what you have inside. That's the most important part. Okay, they have their opinions, and you have your life. But I got home that day, and I was really sad. My mother, she came from work. She had beautiful blue eyes. She was Italian. And she looked at me and said, what happened? I said, oh, tell me, what happened? I told my friends that I want to be a pilot. They told me this is impossible, probably they are right. I said, no, they are not right. Pay attention, she said. They have their lives. They do whatever they want to do with their lives. You have your life. And I can tell you this. You can be whatever you want in your life if you study, if you work hard, if you persist, and always do more than expected from you. And she was right. So I studied, I did the test, I passed, I went to the Air Force, became first a public administrator. At that time, I didn't know that was going to be important for me. So I was a public administrator. Also, aeronautical science, 4 years course, and Air Force Academy there in Brazil, and a pilot. Then I became a fighter pilot. So I decided to study more. I'd like to do an engineering course. So 5 years more engineering course inside the Air Force, and for aeronautical engineer profession. So then I was an engineer and a pilot. So I put two together and became a test pilot. So as a test pilot, I had a chance in the 90s to fly pretty much everything we had there in Brazil. That was really, really fun flying. And then I came to US, the US Air Force in Edwards Air Force Base in Pax River as well as an exchange. Actually, Mark Kelly, he went to Brazil to fly with us. I was the pilot to fly there. So we have this kind of exchange. And I had a chance to fly very beautiful airplanes here from the 90s. So F-15s, F-16s, F-18s. Then they sent me to Russia to fly MiG-29s there, back to Brazil. And then I started thinking about being an astronaut. I had no way, no clear path, let's say, for me to be an astronaut. Because Brazil had no participation in anything related to space here. But you're going to face situations like this in life sometimes, when you have a dream, but you don't see how to get there at first. But if you know what's the necessary skills to be that profession, to do that, prepare yourself. So I did that. I said, well, there's no way that I'm seeing here, but I'm going to prepare myself. So I started seeing what the astronauts here, what the curriculum they had, and then I started getting the same skills. So I did my first master's degree in orbital mechanics. And then they sent me here to the US to Naval Postgraduate School in Monterey, California. You have?
Yes.
And for master's degree and PhD in systems engineering. And I was there, my PhD, when Brazil got to the International Space Station program. NASA has a selection every 2 years. In 1998, we had a selection. And I had all the requirements, set. But there was one that I couldn't have, must be American. I was not American. But then when Brazil got into the International Space Station program, that they would have one Brazilian, so that checked. So I participated in the selection. I was selected and was part of the 1998 class of astronauts with Mike and other different guys there. It was a very good time, a lot of studying, 2 years course there. Pretty much 70% of the course is related with the technical side, how to operate the systems in normal autonomous situations, how to assemble things, a lot of survival training, different things, good to do. And in December 2000, we were okay to fly. I was expecting to fly in 2001, it didn't happen. 2002, 2003, that we went there, that's no flights at all. And that time I used to work with MEIT, it's multi-element integration and testing. So before sending a module to space, like the Japanese module, you have to test the module there, send it home, and then bring it to here, the ISS test facility, test with there's an emulator here that simulates everything that has the International Space Station in terms of systems, so you can see how that module is going to behave in space. You do the test, correct all the errors, and then you send the modules there. That was my engineering job here. And, but no flights on the horizon. In 2005, they called and said, we're going to fly next year. There's no flight here, everything was grounded because of the rule there. I said, no, we're going to fly with the Russians. Oh, with the Russians, yes. think about this. We are mission specialists. We knew everything about our side, but the Russian side, they have their own cosmonauts. We don't have to understand all the systems there. So how long I have to learn all the systems? Like 1.5 years, 2 years? No, you have 5 months. 5 months was a big challenge. But in life, when you're going closer to your goal in life, is the time you get the biggest challenges. And this is normal in life. So I thought, okay, I'm going there. At the end of the conversation, they told me, you know that in Russia they speak Russian, right? Yes, I know. You speak Russian? No, I speak Portuguese and English. And I understand Spanish, but not Russian. So you have to learn Russian, because actually some Russian manuals, there are Russian manuals in Russian, like controllers, they speak in Russian. Say, you have to learn Russian, and you have 3 months in parliament to learn Russian. Okay, big challenge. Очень трудно говорить русском языке. Но это можно. Надо учить много. Это можно. It's difficult to speak in Russian. It is, but it's possible. I have to study a lot, but it's possible. Again, did you notice how many times I told you about courses I want to study? The study is the key for anything that you want to do in life. So I went there to Звездный городок, Star City, to do the training. Did the training in March 29, 2006. I was sitting there at the top of the big rocket, 49 meters high, the Soyuz rocket, 200 tons of fuel. You're sitting in a big ball waiting for takeoff. 6 seconds before takeoff, our engine started. 9 minutes, just 9 minutes after that, we were in space at 200 kilometers high and 25,000 kilometers per hour speed. Really high, really fast. And then we have main engine cut off. I took off my gloves, they were floating here in front of me. That was the moment. Think about this. I dreamed about that many times. I was seeing myself. By the way, you must have big dreams in life. And you have to think about that dream every day. So when you wake up thinking about that dream. Think about the dream during the day. Have pictures that relate with your dreams on walls. When you go to sleep, think about the dream, think about the next day will be one more day for you to get closer. Sometimes you get good days, sometimes bad days, but if you go at least 1 millimeter towards your goal, it's a good day, okay? So I was there, clothes were flying here, floating in front of me, and that was the moment I was realizing, I was fulfilling my dream. Was really, really good. Then I opened a little bit the seatbelt. Look at here, small window, beautiful blue planet. And what the people asked me, what was the first stop there in space? When I got there, looked back at the planet. First thing that I remembered was back there when I was your age, telling my friends that I would like to be a pilot. And told me, you will be a pilot? This is impossible for you. This is just for rich people. Remember that? And then when I got home, my mother, those blue eyes, the same color planet, telling me, you know, you can be whatever you want in your life. If you study, if you work hard, if you persist, and always do more than expected from you. And that was completely wrong. She couldn't see that with her blue eyes because she died in 2002. That was in 2006. But I'm sure somehow, somewhere, she could feel that with me. For me, it was really important to share with her that small moment of happiness. Then I spent 10 days in space, working in systems, working in some of the experiments there. Went back, spent a couple of years with NASA, and then I worked with the United Nations. I'm an ambassador for the United Nations Industrial Development Organization. Also, you're working with professional skills in World Skills International. Then I'm back to Brazil in 2018. The president elected invited me to be the Minister of Science, Technology, Innovations, and Communications. It's like a Secretary of State here in the US. And so I worked for 4 years there. I had the space program connected to my ministry there. It was really fun because I knew many things about the space. I put Brazil, I actually assigned Brazil in the Artemis program that you, for sure you're going to learn about it here. And then last year, I decided to run for the Senate in Brazil, and I got elected with 11 million votes. So There was the most voted congressman in Brazil in 2022, and the third in the history. And then I'm there, the Senate, Federal Senate in Brazil. In Brazil, we have 27 states. Each state has 3 senators. And so I represent the state of São Paulo in Brazil. Yeah. And the mandate is for 8 years, so a long time until 2030, and to be there, to work especially for education, science, technology, innovations, business environment, better for entrepreneurship. I hope you think about this, think about having your company, think about working with technology. This will be very important in the future. You see the technology is all around, and will be even more as we get more of digital transformation, for example. So careers with artificial intelligence, quantum computing is coming up there, robotics, everything connected with this can give you a pretty good future. Thinking about this and thinking about education as well, because we need good professors, good teachers, and it's really, really important to get the generation now and ahead thinking positively about the future. We have so many problems that we need to solve on the planet, but we can solve together. If we think as one species over the planet, we can solve so many of those problems, okay, in our planet. And that's it. And remember what my mother used to tell me. So study, work hard, persist, always do more than expected from you. You can be whatever you want in your life, okay? Have success, enjoy.
I know you are very busy with everyone here, but we really are appreciative of you coming by.
Oh, thank you.
We'd like to give you a little bit of higher orbit swag. You know that you are always welcome to hang out with the higher orbits crew
Excellent.
anytime. And it is good to see you, my friend. It has been way too long.
Yeah. And remember that friendship that we do during the space or the military, keep that for the life. It's good. I still remember the time we used to fly T-38s there in Houston. Remember? In the afternoon, it's a beautiful time to fly. You know, the flying formation afternoon over the Gulf of Mexico. They're beautiful. And so I hope you have those beautiful moments in your life and you enjoy and take with you. Okay? Thank you.
Thank you so very much. Appreciate it. So good to see you. One more round of applause. Thank you.
This is a picture of me. It's me. That's Marcos in the back.
Oh.
You can tell.
Very good.
The space family really is a family. We all, no matter how far and wide we end up always coming back. So, thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
Nice bonus, Ed. Not bad. So Taylor, thank you so much for your graciousness of letting us interrupt.
Another foundation. I work with kids this age there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
In this Work Skills International, I'm the board ambassador for.
Picture of the three of us.
Here.
Did you take a picture? Oh, yes, yes.
What do you take there? There's one patch there. Isn't that beautiful? We used to take pictures there. Yes. Remember that? Yes.